Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, I have two guests. I have David Moeller and Matt Cooper with Inside Edge Commercial Interior Services. How you guys doing today?
We're doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to talk to you. I want to give our audience a little rundown on who you guys are. You've been in the news a lot lately, and also talk a little bit about some news. You've decided to join the Fuse Commercial Flooring Alliance. We'll get to that in a minute. First, let me just start. David, you started this thing 19 years ago, but you've been in the flooring business your whole life. You're the founder and CEO, and you started your career after Georgia Tech with Shaw Industries, and then went on to get into the commercial contracting side with MSA, DuPont, Pink. I don't know if I can get them all right, but more recently, you've been adding other companies to your core base of business. You've recently added JKP Flooring in Placentia, California, which is southwest LA. You've added CI Flooring in St. Louis, and you have an operation in San Antonio as well. Matt, you're the president of National Accounts and just been there a year, and you have also a supplier background with Milliken and Mannington, right?
That's correct, and also a stretch with Mohawk in my early days.
All right. And one more little background. Your business got started focused on national account retail. You guys are making a little bit of change. Tell us a little bit about Inside Edge and the history.
Okay, thanks. Yes, that's correct. We started as a company that was focused exclusively on national account customers with multiple locations. Probably 80% of our business is in the retail segment, and the other 20% would be made up of banking and corporate, as well as assisted living. So to grow and diversify our business, we looked at trying to expand more into the local market business, and we're doing that by acquiring local market dealers across the country, as well as doing startups. And our goal is to get into the top 35 markets in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, and I got to admit, I was talking to you earlier, and just your flooring business, you'd be a top 10 commercial contractor. We just did our 30th edition, and you weren't on there because you weren't on my radar. You're a major player, top 10 player, and I guess one of your unique selling propositions is the fact that you're an employee-owned company. And so you're in a growth mode through diversity being both you're in flooring, walls, and ceilings, but you also now are diversifying beyond this national account retail by acquiring or partnering with some of these local market commercial contractors, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And talk about how business has been this year. Has this been a strong year for you?
It has been, yes. We've been very fortunate with our customers, and obviously, like everybody else, we took it on the chin during COVID. We were fortunate to bounce back last year to our pre-COVID levels, and then there's been a lot of pent-up demand with a few of our customers, so we're actually having our biggest year ever so far.
That's great to hear. Now, it's not hard to have a great year when you go and acquire all these companies and add them on, but is your organic business growing as well?
That's pretty much where most of our business is coming from, is organic growth. So probably $10 million of our growth this year is non-organic. Otherwise, it's all pretty much been with our key customers that we've grown and developed over the past 15 years.
All right. So one of your goals then is to continue to do what you've done in the last year. I guess the most recent acquisition was CI Flooring in St. Louis. But if there's somebody out there that's interested in talking to you, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a conversation, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're trying to grow, and the markets that we're going into are pretty much your primary markets around the country. And one of the benefits, as you had mentioned, we're an employee-owned company. So if we do go in and acquire a company and present a transition plan for the owners, the benefit of being part of Inside Edge is that all of the employees, which is typically the legacy of the owner, will become owners in the bigger company, combined company of Inside Edge, as well as what they're doing.
Okay, let's talk about this decision to join the Fuse Commercial Flooring Alliance.
You bet. We've been friendly with Fuse for a number of years and been talking whether it made sense or did not make sense. And just because who we were on the national scope, we didn't really think it was relevant at the time. But now with our entry into the local market, we knew right away for two main reasons. Number one is from all the mills and suppliers, we're known on a national level, but we know we need to have relationships on the floors in each city. So just entry into Fuse right away got us the connections and the status to have the right relationships with the local market reps, because I always use the term, and it's overused, politics are local, and we need to make sure we have those relationships. Secondly, it's the connection with over 130 members out in the street. David and I, we think we're pretty smart, done some good things in the industry. However, we have not been on the local market dealer side for a while, and just the experience that these guys bring to us is phenomenal. I was lucky enough to walk Neocon with Jeff Gordon and the board, and they have been nothing but helpful. So we're excited really from the knowledge base of the organization as well.
So it'll raise your visibility amongst those 130 members and probably help you as well with the national account business, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's another reason why we're joining. We're looking at being able to hopefully drive some business to the Fuse members, and we're early on in the conversation with them on that. My plan is to hook up with Jeff sometime this week to discuss how that process might look.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate you telling our listeners a little bit about Inside Edge Commercial Interior Services. Again, been talking to Matt Cooper, the president of National Accounts, and David Moeller, the founder and CEO. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.